In this video, I'm going to show you some photos I took throughout the week of Tour of Minnesota 2025. And I will also include some videos, a video from Hibbings High School. So this rock we saw on our very first day. It says, work hard, laugh often, and show respect. A good reminder for not only for that tour, but for life. So here's a hill made out of tailings, and tailings are what they don't need or want when they're doing the mining for the iron ore. So when they do that, when they mine it, then those beautiful lakes are created, and in this hillside, this tailing, the trees do come in, the plants come in, and they help to heal the earth. Look at this out here. That tree, that solo tree, just so intrigued me how it's standing so tall amongst all the other vegetation around there. How is it that that one tree was spared? It's kind of interesting. So when I'm hiking or biking, I always like to look at scat and skulls, because that tells you what animals are in that environment that you're in. And that can be very important to know. So while on the tour, I visited the Dorothy Moultier Museum. Dorothy Moultier was the Rip Your Lady of the Boundary Waters. This is her winter cabin. She had another cabin that she stayed in during the summer. It was in the same location, but it was canvas walls with a solid roof. This cabin was moved to this location, and it's an interesting museum to go and see. This is Doobie. Doobie is the director of the Tour of Minnesota. Doobie is very athletic, but he also loves to eat. Here's a church that I don't remember now what town we were in, but it was just so strikingly beautiful that I had to stop and take a picture. The world's largest hockey stick. It is 110 feet long, weighs 10,000 pounds, and is in the town of Eveleth, Minnesota, Eveleth. And next we have Hibbings High School in Hibbings, Minnesota. Hibbings High School was built in the early 1920s, completed in 1922 for a cost of $3.9 million. I'm going to put a link below to a little bit more information about the high school. So look at this beautiful ceiling. The way that this work was done is just incredible. Beautiful oil paintings on the wall depicting the history of the area. Look at this stairways. I love this staircase, and then those little knobs on there so that people didn't slide down the railings. Here's the ceiling outside of the auditorium. Is that gorgeous? And then coming up here next is the ticket window to go into the auditorium. This is in the library. This is just the grate, like the grills over the air vents, just so pretty. And a picture in plaster, a plaster picture in the library.
This is beautiful. Come on in. Is this whole school air conditioned then?
No,
Gorgeous. It's not.
this wonderful room, which was air conditioned about 10 years ago. Oh, I wish the summers that I worked in here
Yeah.
had been air conditioned. Other than that, the offices have window air conditioners.
Okay.
But I'm hoping at some point we can get enough money to expand this over to the library, because I'll tell you, when I take tours of the library in August, I can't stay in there like we just.
Look at this beautiful stained glass. You open the door, and that's where they keep the fire extinguisher and a hose. And some more of the beautiful artwork. And in the auditorium, this is a gorgeous clock that's up there. And now here's the lights that are hanging from ceiling. I didn't get a picture because I was so in awe, but these lights will change colors. They can change them to reds and blues and pinks. That ceiling in there, that part right in front of the stage, is done a special way to improve the acoustics. It's painted in something with silver, and the voices just carry. Well, Hibbings, Minnesota is the home, the birthplace of one of my all-time favorite musicians, Bob Dylan. And he attended Hibbings High School. And here I'm sitting in front of the Bob Dylan tribute wall. And I'll show you a little video of that now. This is the Bob Dylan tribute wall. It's lines from a whole lot of his songs. Cool. In 2012, President Barack Obama gave Bob Dylan the Medal of Freedom. In the high school, there's a display case with lots of Bob Dylan memorabilia. And then in 2016, Bob received the Nobel Prize in Literature. Now, this wall is the back of the legacy wall that I showed you films of earlier. So here is one last photo from the Mesabi Trail. It was an awesome trail. I'll put a link below with more information about that trail. It is, I believe it's 150 miles. They have a couple of little sections that they have to complete yet, but I highly recommend that you go ride that trail. I know I'm going to be going back. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you at the tour of Minnesota for 2026. Bike on.